Hello, wait, just checking. Can you guys hear me? Is my voice loud and clear? How is everyone doing? Okay, just checking. Yeah, okay. So guys, welcome to another episode today of Weekend Research Session, and boy oh boy, what's happening with the market. Today we're going to talk about what's actually going on in the entire market. Why is it crashing so much? I think most of you know why it is crashing so much, but let's talk about what strategy that we can use in this market crash. Right? Last time when it crashed, I told you what I was doing. A lot of people said it's weird, it's stupid, don't buy this, don't buy that. And I told you I just picked up a lot of stake in not a lot of stake, but I just picked up a lot of shares in a particular company that did really well. And then you saw in the last few days it's gone up, but there's no news for it to go up. So I have no idea why it's going up, but I feel it's a little bit of insider manipulation that is also happening in the market. But again, no evidence of anything. We don't know, but it cannot go up so much just for the sake of going up. So something's happening there. Either way, fundamentals are strong. Now, how's everyone doing today? Just to be clear, how's everyone doing today? I hope you guys have your coffee ready. Today I'm on green tea. Okay. Now, what we are going to do today, first thing, for all the people who don't know why the market crashed, let's look at why the market crashed and what's happening with the market. Okay, so let's go to that news first. Oh, I don't think I optimized. Okay, I optimized for it. Cool. Now, first thing I want to go is to trading view. Okay, I want to check what's happening with the Nifty chart mainly. 60% off, I see. Okay, very nice. I'm just going to open the chart so that we just quickly see what's happening with Nifty. Okay, this is Nifty on a monthly basis. I'm going to change it to a daily basis. Nice correction. Okay, reset chart. Oof. Guys, just look at this chart. How many of you are seeing this chart, right? By the way, a lot of people are believing that Monday also will be a drop, right? Usually what happens whenever the market closes bad on a Friday, usually that gets replicated over towards Monday, and there's a very high possibility that the market might go down even more on Monday. Okay, so I'm not sure, but this is the market sentiment and this is what people are predicting. Now look at this, right? This is where the market closed. This is exactly where the market closed right now, which is nice, right? I hope it bounces back, but I don't see it bouncing back anytime soon. So it is going to correct a little bit more. Maybe it can come down to 16,500. It might correct a little bit more at this point at least. If it breaks Monday, right? I am assuming it should break Monday because whenever it closes bad on a Friday, it usually opens negative on a Monday as well. But it looks like a head and shoulder pattern. Yes, someone's saying it's a Nifty head and shoulder pattern. But if it breaks, it'll go down even faster, right? It has to come back from this point or else it'll just keep going down. And that is not good as well. And by the way, all the stocks that we had bought, all the stocks we have been buying, all are going down, right? All are going down. Why? Because the market itself is in a very negative sentiment. If you have seen the market right now from its actual high, right? And when was this? 19th October, okay? Literally 1 month, almost a month back from the all-time high of 18,595. It's gone down to 17,000 now. It's dropped almost 1,600 points on the Nifty, and it's dropped almost 8.5% since that price of top, right? And I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. It's still going to go down slightly more, but you see that overall we're in a negative trend right now. Okay, overall we're in a negative trend right now. Thank you, Surya Kiran, right? Thank you, Surya Kiran. So overall we're in a negative trend right now. So what do we do is what we're going to talk about. How low can it go? So remember, we saw different phases in the market just to give you guys an understanding. You see this phase right here, right? This entire phase, let me show you. This entire phase, right, from here to here, this phase, there was massive consolidation, right? This whole phase was a massive consolidation phase. We saw that the market didn't move at all, and a lot of you guys were bored also, right? This was when from June to August, everyone was bored. They're like, what is happening, Shashank? Nothing's moving. And then immediately after a lot of consolidation, this is where you accumulate usually. And then after that, we see the market going a massive rally of almost 16% rally, right? Immediately after that, it just went continuously going up about 16% after the consolidation. So this was your accumulation zone. This was your rally. Now it has gone down. After it goes down, usually what happens is it's going to consolidate again for a small period of time, and then it'll start picking up again. Or if a very positive bullish news comes, it'll pick up again. Like whenever it goes down, some bullish news comes, it goes up. Consolidates a bit, goes up, right? Consolidates a bit, keeps doing the same thing. So now we're in this point where either it can go down even more, number one, Yes, the undertone, yeah. So someone saying Junjunala said Nifty may correct to 16,500. That's what even I'm predicting, that 16,500 should be a very good psychological element right now for Nifty. So if it is going to go down, there's a high chance it might go down. I would not suggest you accumulate stuff right now, or you do a tiered strategy, right? A multi-layered strategy. So this is what I did, right? I picked up, so when the first fall happened here, at this point when the fall happened, I picked up Lotus, right? I picked up more stake in Lotus. Now this went more, I put 1 more lakh extra yesterday in Lotus, right? Not yesterday, when the market was open, I put 1 more lakh into Lotus when this massive jump fell down. Now, I hope it falls down a little more so I can start averaging well, because whenever it goes down like this, consider this as a great opportunity, because eventually market has to go up. It is not going to only go down, right? Whenever you see the market, I've showed you this in the last episode as well, the market eventually tends to go up. If I put the monthly chart, all of this is just a blip in the entire ocean, right? So all of this has to go up eventually, so everything is going up, so don't worry about the market. Now what can you do in today's market? Let's talk about what is our strategy, right? All the people, by the way, salary day is coming soon. Have you booked profits? Not even a bit, not even one thing I've sold right now. Everything is still there the way it is. In fact, I'm adding more right now. I'm not going to sell now, because now we're waiting for the next boom to happen. But what is going to be our strategy now? For all the people, first of all, salary day is coming soon, right? Salary day is usually on the first of every month, which is going to be a Wednesday. See if you can start investing by Monday. But expect another small fall as well. So that is something that might go down even more. If that happens, you can buy little more. So if you have 1 lakh, I would not suggest put all of this 1 lakh into buying right now. I would say pick up little bit now, pick up another little bit after that. It might go down once more till 16,500. Maybe it will go up go down directly to 16,500 on Monday itself, or it might go down eventually slowly there. Then it will consolidate unless a massive bullish trigger news doesn't come out. It will consolidate for a bit, and then you will see the rally come back again upwards. Now, can someone, okay, now all of you guys know why the market fell? Do you guys know why the market fell? Okay, do all of you all know why the markets not fell, but do you guys know why the market has been overly negative in the last few months? Literally, actually last few months only. Like from October, the market is very negative. Does anyone know why? I'll tell you why. Okay, there are 3 factors. Okay, there are 3 factors that have led to the downfall of the market. Now, each of these factors came in a very timely manner. Okay, now all of you guys are saying Omicron has come, the new COVID variant, but new COVID variant though came now. What happened in the last 3 weeks? What happened in the last 3 weeks? All of you guys are saying it's the Omicron new variant. Why? Because new variant ka news abhi came out in the market, and everyone's like it's because of that. FIS have been selling from the last 1-2 months only. But why are FIS selling? Why are FIS selling? They're not stupid to sell. So it is not the COVID strain that has got the effect in the last 1.5 months. Yes, the new variant of COVID has created panic now, today. But when it started falling, this fall did not start because of the COVID. So I'll tell you what happened first. When we saw the results of a lot of companies, we saw Deepak Nitrite's results, we saw Asian Paints result, we saw a lot of results from different companies, and we observed that boss, all of these companies' margin is not good. It is doing really bad. Why is the margin doing really bad? Is because inflation went up, and inflation is currently at its all-time high. So obviously inflation is a big issue. Global inflation went up. You guys remember that. Now, do you guys know why inflation happens? Please, basic finance episode, right? Do you guys know why inflation happens? How does inflation occur? Whenever money is printed in the system, more and more money gets printed in the system, inflation will kick in. That means in the market, there is a lot of liquidity, a lot of money in the market right now, right? So whenever money gets printed, inflation will happen, okay? So when coronavirus happened, first coronavirus happened, a lot of countries, especially US, printed a lot of money. Wait, what is this? Why is this showing like this? One sec. There's some black line, no? Can you guys see a black line? Okay, either way, I'm going to stick to the education part, okay? Yeah, it feels like rain, not sure. Okay, so when we saw the first coronavirus happening, right, we saw a lot of countries printing a lot of money, especially US coming out with the stimulus package. India came out with the stimulus package. Everyone came out with the stimulus package, right? So a lot of liquidity in the market, number one. When a lot of liquidity happens in the market, inflation goes up. Now it is okay. Whenever there is a country that has growth, or whenever there is massive growth in the economy, inflation is a part and parcel of that growth. It is a byproduct of that growth. So whenever you see massive growth, inflation is bound to happen. Understood? Number one. Now, number two, we saw inflation going up, which was already bad, and we knew raw material prices will go up. But then the global crude oil prices also went up. Oil prices also shot up at the same time, and people were like, boss, inflation and oil prices together going up is a bad sign for a lot of people, especially a bad sign for a lot of companies. Why? Because inflation going up increases your raw material cost, and crude oil prices going up also increases raw material cost in a lot of other products. By the way, Asian Paints raw material comes from a lot of components in the crude oil segment. Now your transportation cost obviously goes up. So when both of this went up, it created a downfall trigger, right? Because everyone's like, oh shit, everything's going bad. Everyone started selling it. Now the third thing that came right now, okay, and just when we thought, okay, everything's going to be fine, the Fed came and said, guys, inflation is at an all-time high, so I think we will start cutting the rates, and we will start increasing the rates so that the liquidation in the market goes away, and we will slowly start tapering the rates, and we will make it more and more, right? They came and said that. We also saw in the last week that the oil prices went down, and we were all jumping and saying, yes, oil prices went down, amazing, now we're back into recovery mode, and this downfall in the market will stop. Suddenly a coronavirus variant called Omicron came in South Africa, and now everyone's become more aware of that, and now everyone's becoming scared about that. All countries are now becoming very strict with their lockdown measures. Again, this might affect travel and tourism and the hospitality industry, another big issue. Now if this keeps on going like this, people are scared that another lockdown should not happen. Whenever a lockdown happens, economy goes into a standstill, and if economy goes into a standstill, again economies have to print more money, which will again lead to inflation, which we go back to the square one. Now what the theory is, now listen to this. Now what the theory is, with coronavirus new variant coming, okay, again, if this continues and this becomes a big issue in the next two months, or in the next 1 month, in December, if this coronavirus variant is not tackled well enough, okay, and if it creates a big issue, do you know what is going to happen again, right? If we go into a lockdown again, or even if we go into a temporary lockdown, if we start stopping our tourism, we start stopping flights cannot go to different countries. What will happen is the Fed, who wanted to start reversing the interest rates because inflation was going up so much, now all countries will have no other option because of this new COVID variant. They will have to print more money, right? They cannot taper the rates again now. They have to print more money, and inflation is already, boss, at a very high level. Now, they wanted to cut down this level by removing liquidity, and they said, chalo, now everything's gone back to normal. But if again coronavirus came from nowhere, people will have to print more money, more panic. If they print more money, more inflation will happen. If more inflation happens, what is going to happen to the economy? Will we go into a hyperinflation? Now, forget about hyperinflation. If more inflation happens and inflation goes to an all-time high, you know, everything that is too much is bad. Right? And by the way, if more inflation happens, means more money into the system. More money into the system means bull run again. Are we going to take another bull run right now? Just now we finished a beautiful bull run. Are we going to go into another bull run? Now just think about this. What will be the downfall that happens after this? Right? Imagine all this is happening. But whatever goes up, it's going up too much. Too much is being pumped. Nothing is in balance right now. Everything is in a bad balance right now. If everything is in a bad balance right now, what will happen when it has to come back to balance? Will it fall like a house of cards, or will it be done in a sweet manner? But for sure, like there's a very high possibility that we will see a massive period where nothing is happening in the market. We will see a massive period where nothing is happening in the market. Okay, if this goes on. Now, my point here is, I'm not trying to scare you or anything. I'm just telling you if then else, okay? If this happens, then this will happen, else this will happen. Because we are supposed to predict all angles. I'm just saying, if this coronavirus variant becomes an issue tomorrow and economies get hurt by this issue, then the only option economies have is to print more money, which will again lead to more inflation. And I don't know how long this will take. And then they have to control a very overly inflated inflation. Already abhi itna upar hai. They have to consolidate even more and take everything down. It might create a big issue. But on the other hand, think about one more issue, right? On the other hand, and the markets will go down. If the coronavirus is bad, the market will go down, right? Look at the reverse approach. What if we realize that this variant is not a very strong variant? Chalo, we figured it out. Okay, this variant got finished in South Africa. It did not spread to anywhere in the world, right? What will happen to the market? Now, your crude oil prices have gone down. New coronavirus variant also has been limited. Now, the only problem is inflation, jiska solution is already there with the US Fed rates. What will happen to the market next? If the coronavirus variant is not an issue, market will start going up slowly, right? Then we'll see a positive market. So all you guys have to do is two things, right? Pray that this coronavirus variant is not a very big problem. Number one, we don't want this big, let it be a small problem. Why small problem? Because see, the market is falling like this and me and you can keep averaging at lower rates. I'm averaging dollar slabs at 500 rupees. Yeah, I mean, that's not something that I'll ever get in the future, right? So for me, it is good, but I don't want it to stay here forever. After I average, okay, now you go up. Bas bahut ruk gaya, right? Ek hi jagah pe you're sitting for a long time. Go up, it's fine. Now, all of this is happening. You know which industry stays unaffected when all of this happens? The IT industry stays unaffected when all of this happens, right? IT industry does not care too much because IT industry does not care with respect to inflation. IT industry does not care about the crude oil prices. So all of this is okay for the IT industry. They're devoid of all this, right? Now, see, market runs on triggers, right? Market needs a trigger to go down. We saw COVID-19 variant gave a trigger to go down. Market also needs a trigger to go up, right? Both things need to happen. So we need to find a trigger that makes the market go up. So this negative news can become positive if people say this COVID-19 variant is useless, don't worry about it, it's all solved. Then it will go up again. My only concern is if it becomes a big issue again and we go into another lockdown, which hopefully it should not happen, then boss, we will see a very we won't have any balance in our economy. I told you, economy is world economy. Everything that happens there also affects India. Right, so there will not be any balance and it will create an issue. So please be aware of that. Got it? Whew. Okay, so I just want to show you guys this, right? Just wanted to give you guys both scenarios we saw now. What will happen if this virus is bad? It will go down. What happens if this virus is not bad? It will go up eventually. One scenario is very bad. The other scenario is a solvable scenario. So hopefully this should be solved is what I would say. Got it? Okay, next. Okay, what's happening with the crypto market? A lot of people want to understand this crypto market. Okay, I'm going to take a few questions today. Okay, what's happening with the crypto market? A lot of people are asking this question that will crypto be regulated? Will crypto be banned? First of all, guys, it's very clearly mentioned that all cryptos that are private cryptocurrencies will be banned, right? Private cryptocurrencies. So again, I am not in the committee, nobody's in the committee, but what we can decipher from this or what we can infer from this is basically private cryptocurrencies like Monero and Zcash, where they don't have a public blockchain, right? Which is not known to the public, will be banned. Again, this is my assumption, but they cannot do a blanket ban on cryptocurrency. That is very difficult to do right now because it will shut off India to the world news, right? If India has now become a progressing nation and we should be seen as a country doing good by crypto, right? Because everyone's doing good by crypto. So if that does not happen, it will look very bad for us, right? So I don't think a blanket ban would happen. Number one, I don't think a blanket ban would happen, but regulation is 100% important. Why do I say regulation is important? Because there are some brands in the crypto market that are running ads and saying crypto safe hai, right? Crypto is safe. Now, just to give you an understanding, a company that comes out and does an IPO has to go through SEBI approval, has to give a DRHP, has to file an RHP. There is so many things to happen. But when a crypto comes out with a new coin, why is there no regulation at all? And who is it bad for? It is bad for me and you. Now tomorrow you guys want to buy Shiba Inu. Let's assume, right? You want to buy some dog coin that has come, newest dog trending in the market, okay? Husky coin, okay? Now, how can you go buy Husky coin if it is not there on your current exchanges, right? It has to be in your current exchange for you to buy Husky coin, right? Now, they are responsible for putting these coins up because it is very volatile and it is very risky, and it should be advised very clearly that it is very risky. So what I'm saying is that we need to be careful, number one, and also it needs to be regulated more from a safety perspective. Investor protection and safety regulation should be there, but they should not do regulation with respect to understand to have control, right? A lot of people want to have control on this. You cannot have control on cryptocurrency, so don't try to control it, but do a safety measure. Safety is 100,000% important in India right now. A lot of people have no idea what they're doing in the crypto space and losing a lot of money also in the crypto space. Cool? Awesome. What is a DAO? Please tell. DAO is basically a decentralized autonomous organization run through a few programs, run through a few codes, algorithmic running of an entire organization, and it knows exactly what to do. Ideally, how country's economy should be run through DAOs. That's what people say, right? But let's see. Okay, what we'll do now. Okay, let's do a weekend research session now. Let's find a stock that you guys want me to do research on. I'm only going to do one stock because I'm not feeling really well today. But we'll take one stock and we'll do one. Until then, please put your stocks that you want me to do research on here. I'll just do one stock, but please put in the chat. I will give it to your community. You guys tell me what is good, what is bad. Till then, I'm just going to look at all the stocks that have been correcting over a long period of time. What corrections have happened? Beautiful corrections have happened. I'm going to look at my watch list actually. Till then, you guys can put your stocks. I'm looking at it here. And please don't put stocks that someone else has already done research on. It doesn't make sense for me to do the same research again. Okay, so please put the stocks and I'm watching. Just give me a sec. Found the culprit. Sorry, that black line was annoying me too much. Okay. Sona Comstar, guys, I've done a full video on Sona Comstar, which is on my channel. So please go have a look at that video. I have done a full video on Sona Comstar. Tarsans, okay, I'm going to do a video on Tarsans very soon, okay? I'm also going to do a video. Banking sector, I need to do a video, yes. Okay, I'm going to create a poll. Relaxo is already done in the past, okay? Relaxo already done in the past. Okay, one more. Spam is real. Guys, please click on the like button also. Simple like button, yeah. No effort at all for you guys to click on the like button. Itna to kar hi sakte ho. SRF also we did last time. Damn. I love the spam, guys. I love the spam. Okay, chalo. I'm going to ask the community now what to do. Okay. So I put up few stocks. Please tell me what you guys want me to do. I'm putting up here. In the meantime, there's so much hype around intellect design arena. It just went off. Guys, choose which stock you want me to do research on. I'm only going to do one stock today, okay? Even Apollo Tricode is selling at such a discount or what? XLU has also gone down. Polycab's also. Polycab didn't go down much. Very interesting. India Mart. India Mart also didn't correct too much. Wow. Look at this. Not bad, dude. Apollo. All these are at discount. Beautiful. Even this I have to accumulate more. ITC to buy 16% stake in Mother's Purse Baby Care for 20 crores. That's it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What is the final poll, guys? 392 votes, mostly for Voltas, and only 293 likes. Very sad. Very sad. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna stick to Voltas today, guys. Stop spamming. Spam is done. We're gonna stick to Voltas today. Cool. Voltas. I actually like Voltas. I'll tell you why. I'm gonna put Voltas here also. Okay, guys, we're gonna look at Voltas stock. I'm gonna show you Voltas stock today. Okay, we're gonna do Voltas review right now. Awesome. One second. Yeah, let's go. Now I'm just gonna zoom out on Voltas, and I'm gonna show you the chart of Voltas on a monthly basis. Okay, I'm gonna do reset chart, monthly basis. This is Voltas since inception. How does this chart look, guys? Voltas since inception. What do you guys think from a initial perspective? And just look at this. This is a month-on-month chart. Just look at this after the COVID drop that happened in March 2020. Just look at this month-on-month, rise. Okay. So this is the entire COVID game that is happening right now. One second. Voltas. Yes, it looks beautiful. This looks nice. Let me go to Voltas here. Cool. Let's do a max chart first. Ideally, I want to see what is happening with Voltas right now. I'm going to do a max chart right now. If you look at max chart, look at this. 68% in Jan, 832% in 2004 to 2008. Consolidation period in 2008 to 2013 of around 27%. Again up by 365% in whatever, and then again up here right now. So even if I don't calculate the COVID drop and I just assume it till here, right, since inception it's given good result. Yes, yeah, so overall it's given a very good result. Looks very interesting. Overall it gives a very good result. This is a monthly chart, so I'm going to just do a daily chart again just to check what's happening. Wow, just look at this period where there's only bloody green signals on a day-to-day basis. Very rare to see that in the stock. And also because it consolidated for a very long time. If you look at this consolidation, for all the people who are learning technical analysis or still trying to learn about technical analysis, usually this, when it trades range bound like this, right? See this is basically trading range bound here. Okay, when you see a stock and it's constantly in the same range bound, you will, why am I using this though? So stupid. Yeah. Let me just show you this. So it's constantly just trading at this range, right? Both this range and this range. If you see the low here that it made, it's been trading at this channel for a very long period of time. When you break this is considered a breakout. This day was a breakout. This was when you start accumulating that money, right? Exactly on this day was your day where you buy. Now after it went on that day, this becomes your new support now. So if you see, this has become the new support. So there's a slight gap here. It has hit the same bottom twice over here. So even if it breaks this, then it's going to come back into this channel. But for now, it's gone up, come back, hit this, gone up, come back. It's going to hit this again. Maybe tomorrow it does this. But from here, if it starts doing an upward direction, that's when you take an entry point again. So now this is like the new support right now. But it's beautiful charting, right? Look at this. Nice consolidation. This was a proper growth channel that was going on here. It was a beautiful growth channel that was going on. Look at this. It was very nice. This was a channel that it was there before, right? Not now. This was another channel that was going on before. So it was in this channel, it broke out, came into a new channel. It was here for a very long period of time, actually from March to this one. And then it broke out again. Then again, it's consolidating here. But we'll see what is happening with this, right? It's very good to see it on charts. But from a fundamental standpoint, we need to figure out what is happening as well. Okay, now let's look at this. And I know everyone knows what Voltas is. How many of you all don't know what Voltas is? If you see an SIP, right? Voltas is, you've seen 100 ads on, even an SIP, you would have made 100% returns till now from 2016 itself. Now, Voltas is trading at a market cap of 38,000 crores. Okay, Voltas is trading at a market cap of 38,000 crores right now. Good. That means it's in my slightly above my sweet spot, but I like such companies. Also, has it been a consistent compounder in the last 5 years? Yes, it's been giving good results in the last 5 years, but we'll check the financials to make sure of that. Okay, cash dividend, 5 rupees dividend per share. Okay, cool. Recent news, Nifty falls obviously. Okay, now I'm going to go into financials. Yes, all of you know that Voltas makes AC, right? Do you guys know which company owns Voltas? Does anyone know which company owns Voltas? Let me open it for you guys. Come on, guys. You don't know which company owns Voltas? Can someone tell me which company owns Voltas? Yeah, smart guys. It's a Tata Group product, by the way. For all the people who didn't know about Voltas, it's a Tata Group product. Okay, so on the top right here. Understood? You can see that in the logo as well. The A, which is a symbol of Tata's A, it's a Tata Group thing, right? So whenever it's a Tata Group company, what happens to you guys suddenly? Whenever you see Tata Group, what do we feel? Right? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like, oh, Tata company, okay, must be a good company, right? Why? Because it's run by the Tatas and they're smart in whatever they do, and money's problem is not there for Tatas. Tomorrow you want to make one more manufacturing unit, chalo easy karo. एक और manufacturing unit बना देते, right? Nothing, no issues at all. So let's look at the financials of Tata right now. 1 second. Okay, not Tata, Voltas. Okay, now look at the growth, except 2021 because it's gone down there. So we'll figure out why that's going down. 5899, 6245, 65, 65, 6500, 7300, 7800. Good growth until 2021. Slight dip in the growth until 2021. Yeah. EBITDA margins, in fact, have actually gone down. Look at this. EBITDA has actually gone down. And why did EBITDA price go down? Even though revenue went up, EBITDA has gone down, right? The reason why EBITDA has gone down is because raw material cost looks like it's increased a lot. Everything else seems the same. There's not much difference, in fact, with the operating cost, but raw material prices look up. That means we can safely say that raw materials is a very big component in this business, right? And if raw material prices go up, then Voltas will have a slightly big issue as well. Number 2. Okay, so we need to understand what type of business. Always try to understand how much proportion of their revenue goes into raw materials, and you can see here a majority of proportion, almost 60-70% of their expenses comes only from the raw materials, right? So we need to understand all of this when we do our research. Next, EBITDA is fine. Look at PAT. PAT has been very. Look at this. PAT is basically net income after tax. Okay, total final profit after tax. Can you guys tell me what does this look like? Can you guys tell me? You guys are smart now. 572, 507, 517, 525. What does it say about the company and what does it say about the PAT? Have you guys seen it? What does it say? Gada Electronic. No, bhai, it's not Gada Electronic. Come on. It's not Gada Electronic. But look at this, right? Net income has not, it's very fluctuating. It's not something great. It's very fluctuating. That's one big issue right now. But don't worry, we'll go more deep into it. I'm going to go through their presentations as well. Very stagnant. It's not doing really well, right? I'm not enjoying this growth because I want a company that's growing constantly. The revenue is growing, but their net income is not growing, right? And here it says it's because of raw material. So we'll check all of that out right now. But again, something that I don't like that I'm seeing is the net income stagnation. Okay, and now let's look at the balance sheet quickly. Current assets, I'm going to look at liabilities, long-term debt, no debt, so barely no debt. So that means a debt-free company. That's very good. And if you look at the reserves and surplus, they have around 5,000 crores in reserves and surplus still there at the end of this year. So this also looks very interesting. And have the number of shares gone up? No, the number of shares looks to be the same right now. Cool. And if you look at the cash flow, is it positive cash flow? Yeah, pretty good positive cash flow, but very small investments into capital expenditure. Very, very, very low investment into capital expenditure. This is not something good. But we'll again check their FY21 annual report right now. Okay, what do we check in the annual report? Do you guys know what do we check in the annual report? I've done an episode like this on annual report a long time ago, but let me show you this. Okay, so in annual report we usually read this first part from MD's desk. Okay, so usually we read what the MD has to say about the company. Now usually they'll say some great stuff, but then they'll also put COVID here because everyone feels that COVID did a massive problem. To deliver the COVID, Voltas made a substantial progress despite unusual circumstances. So everyone's going to blame COVID itself for something like this to happen. I'm also going to keep Value Picker open because that's where most of the crazy amount of research happens from peers like me and you, or all the smart guys. So you can get quick information very fast to take our decisions as well. Oh, not Voltas. Voltas. There's no Voltas on Value Picker. I'm shocked. I am shocked. There's no thread to Voltas. Someone should definitely start a thread, guys, if you guys haven't started a thread here. It seems like there's no thread on Voltas at all. No, this is very sad. Okay, so we don't have this. Let's do our own research then. Let's go back here. I'm only looking at the bad points, right? Because I know the revenues are going up, but then something happened with the revenues. So I'm only going to look at the negative aspects. I don't want to look at only the positive aspects, right? All of this you guys can do, but I want to see what the negative aspect is. Okay, here all the things will be good stuff. All good stuff only they'll be talking about. See, I can come to know how it is good because they're only showing very nice positive colors and all that. Number of units sold. This is interesting. Okay, number of units produced, number of units sold, sale of consumer products, tonnage, okay, which is nice. So I like the number of units sold, but we need to finally sum a figure and compare what are the number of units sold before, number of units sold today. So we need to look at both. Okay, number one, profit before tax, all this is fine. Debt to equity ratio, barely anything. EPS is also there. Return on capital employed could be better. Return on equity is not that great. It's 10%, not bad, but not that great. Look at the market share that they have right now. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. Room AC, they have 25% market share. Window AC, they have 36% market share. Inverter AC, they have 21% market share right now. Okay. Great. Let me go down. Here we have the quick financials of the company. Okay, I'm going to do some quick thing for you guys so you guys don't have to waste time. Profits largely maintained despite environmental constraints. Okay, net worth improved. Despite washout sales in Q1 owing to the lockdown, we managed to minimize the degrowth by a steadfast recovery in product sales and healthy execution of product. Okay, that makes sense. But you're so okay. This basically what they're saying is because of COVID, they could not sell in the Q1 of that year, which created a big issue. My God, these spammers have no other work in life, I feel. Dividend on capital, not that important right now. Market capitalization is fine. Financial capital trade house, financial capital is also okay. Come on, tell me where the bad stuff is. It's like they're not talking about the main stuff, right? Which is, oh, I have an idea. Be smart about it. So usually you can just do a quick search to figure out if there's any issue with raw materials, because we saw raw materials there. But if it is not raw materials, then it will be something else, right? Ideally, we want to start looking at the financials. So actually, let's directly jump into the financials of this company. I'm going to go to home, straight back up, go directly to the consolidated financials. All this time pass I don't want. I want consolidated financials directly. Actually, we should read MD&A. Okay, let's read MD&A together. Financial performance, page 91. Let's not waste time. Let's go to 91. 88, 89, 90, 91. Okay. Owing to COVID-related restrictions in the peak season of our business, the consolidated segment revenue was marginally lower by 2% as compared to this. Okay, I completely understand. You got less sales because of COVID, which is okay. Employee benefit expense is pretty much the same. Exceptional items not there. That is good. Finance cost is also not there. Conveniently, they've okay, here it is. Here are the major other expenses. Raw materials is there, 33% change in raw material cost from last year to this year. Raw material components, stores and spares. Stock in trade was higher, primarily in unitary cooling products. For sales during the summer peak season, the nationwide drop down imports and transportation led to the accumulation of inventory. So they had a lot of inventory is what they're saying. Okay, but they're not showing me the exact expenses. That is the weird thing that I can see here. They're talking about all of it, but they're not showing the exact expenses. Now, the only way to find that, see, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to see if there's another issue, okay, that is actually causing the problem. Now, sales, I figured out why it was down. Okay, agreed why the sales was down, right? I'm trying to find out this cost of sales. Why is this up? Why is this up? I'll tell you why. Because last year in 7,600 crore sales, they had 5555. Now 7,400 crore sales, why is it still 5579? It should be lower than this. It should be somewhere around 5,300 or 5,000, 5,300, 5,400. Why is it still up? And I'm seeing what else has changed. The number of employees also have gone from 8,800 to 8,600. So that means their expenses should have been slightly lower. That means if their expenses were lower, the operating profit should have been higher. And then everything should have gone up, right? If you look at their taxation, they've paid less. Okay, fine. Less compared to last year, obviously, right? but why is the problem happening where the net profit went bad? That I'm just trying to figure out. This cost of sales is creating an issue right now. Why is it 557? And I want to know the breakup of this year versus last year. That's the only thing I'm trying to find right now. If I find that, then I'm not going to focus too much about it. Okay. Cost of sales. Quick and dirty way. Not there? Okay. Then sorry, I have to do the long method. Usually they give you the shortcut method here, but I'm just going to go to the consolidated financials. And I'm going to go directly into the notes. This is how the consolidated financials look. Here we go, guys. Okay. Due to COVID, sales are down. Yeah, I agree. Due to COVID, sales are down. That sales I'm not worried too much about sales, right? Due to COVID, sales are down. I'm just trying to figure out what is this cost that is there, which is reducing the price. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what this cost is. Now, if you look at the cost expenses here, consumption of raw materials, cost of jobs and services says 3,436, 3,288. So you can already see that there's an increase of 200 crores, almost 150 crores from last year to this year. So 150 crores is added here. So this is where the problem is happening, right? Consumption of raw materials, cost of jobs and services is what has increased. Even though the sales have gone down, this has gone up. In fact, the purchase and stock and trade has gone down. Employee benefit expense has also gone down. Finance cost is obviously the same. Depreciation is the same. Other expenses have gone down. So this has created an issue. Consumption of materials, cost of jobs and services has actually created that extra 120, 150 crores has actually created the issue for this company. And that is why you see that the price has gone down. Now, understanding what is happening here. See, for example, let's assume, just for the sake, for example, right? Their revenues are constantly going up. From an income perspective, it is constantly going up every year. I want to see the quarterly review that came out recently, right? Let's look at the quarterly growth, right? If you look at the quarterly growth, this September they had 1,700. Last September they had 1,600, which is good, okay? This June they had 1,800. Last June they had 1,300. So from a revenue perspective, they are growing. But again, if you look at the EBITDA here, it's actually gone to 158. Again, it's lower, right? Why is it lower again? What is again happening here to here, right? Something's not right. So this EBITDA part, where this cost of materials and the cost of jobs is always fluctuating, which invariably affects the net income of this company. And when it affects the net income of the company, obviously it is going to create another issue as well. So all of these small things will become a problem, guys, right? So again, now your point here is, what do you do, Shashank? Do you like this company? Do you want to buy it? Do you don't want to buy it? See, if you want to look at it from a long-term perspective, right, assuming there's no COVID, because their peak season of sales comes usually before summer season, right? December may very few people go buy an AC, okay? Their peak sales usually come in the December-ish period. Sorry, in the summer season, not in the winter season. Now, that is what I'm trying to understand what is happening with this company. But if you look at it from the last 1 year perspective, there has been growth. Last 5 year perspective, there has been growth. I would say it looks like a consistent compounder, but the revenue is very up and down and has been stagnant. The revenue, profit after tax has been stagnant in the last 5 years, which is something that I don't like. I'm not saying the company is bad. Company is definitely not bad. But from a revenue perspective, it's a very cyclical stock. It's a very seasonal stock. And from a revenue perspective, I don't love it. To be honest, I would love it if the revenues were also going up. But I really don't love it from that perspective, right? So if you ask me, it's good. It's not very great. And I don't think I would take a bet on this. I mean, it will do well. I'm not saying it won't become a consistent compounder, but I'm just worried about this, seasonality revenue is not becoming better, and I'm going to keep it in my watch list. I'm just going to keep it in my watch list because if the revenue starts increasing constantly over time, then it'll do really well. Okay, someone said, what does the dividends look like and the bonus? Let's look at that. Dividends, every year they're giving 4 to 5 rupees dividend, okay, which is growing constantly. Any corporate actions? No, nothing yet. Yeah, so they're giving 4 to 5 rupees dividends in a year. So that is, and they've maintained that. Okay, by the way, if you look at the financials, their dividend per share is 4 rupees, 5 rupees, and the dividend payout ratio is almost the same always. So no change in the dividend payout ratio. So again, if you ask me, I won't get into this stock. I'm going to wait and put it in my watch list and keep watching it and observing it. I'm not going to buy this right now, but I'm not saying it's a bad company. I'm saying I don't want to, I'm actually going to wait, right? I'm actually going to just wait for a bit and see what's happening. That's all I would say. Okay, any penny stock, guys, I don't deal in penny stocks. Sorry, I don't even go close to penny stocks, is what I'm saying, right? Not even a bit. So yeah, this is what's happening right now. Whew. Sorry guys, I'm not in the topmost health right now today, but I have to keep the tradition alive of coming on Saturday and doing a nice episode so that everyone learns as well. Cool, awesome. So that was weekend research. Let me go back. Okay guys, so now what do we do next? How do we move ahead? What do we see for the next few quarters? What do we see for December? What is our plan for December? So just to be safe, guys, I think in December you guys should be careful because we can see the market going down. It is currently not in a bullish zone. It is currently in a slightly negative zone is what I would say right now because of the new COVID strain that's come out. There is no positive triggers coming. Crude oil going down was a positive trigger, but now that also has been muted because of our it's been muted because of this new COVID variant. So just pray that the COVID variant does not create a massive issue, because if it becomes a big issue, then your stocks will even go down further. Nifty will go to 16,500, and if it breaks 16,500, it will go down even more, right? So please be careful, please be aware of this. If you're trying to invest now, do small parcel investing. Don't put all your money right now. I would say do little investing. Okay, understood? Do little investments. Don't put everything in one shot. I know you guys are getting your salary now. When you're going to get your salary in a few days. So if you have the salary in a few days, I would not want to put all the money at the same time. Let it go down more. You'll have more, 1 or 2 massive dips. So keep buying the dips slowly. If you bought the crypto dip, then it was great. But if you didn't buy the crypto dip, that would become an issue as well. So you should have bought the crypto dip. I bought it, but you should have bought it also. Okay. This is me, that's it. Okay, by the way, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your Sunday, watch the test match tomorrow, relax, have fun, and I am going to come back and maybe see you guys on Monday or Tuesday. I'll line up something. I'll tell you what is pending from my side, right? So I am going to do a research. There's pharma sector review, and there is Paras Defense. What do you guys want? Do you guys want a pharma sector review, or do you guys want a company review like Paras Defense, which is already out there obviously, but do you guys want both? What do you want? You guys tell me, I will let you know. Okay, so there's either Paras or this. You put in the comments below whether you want Paras or whether you want this. I will let you know. Okay, okay, awesome guys. Chalo, I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys on Monday. This is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. I'm just going to take a break. See you guys, take care. I'll see you soon and have a great weekend. Bye.